Everything, with everything that's happened in your life, like, do you have
any remorse?
Regrets, remorse?
Same thing I told the judge. Why would I have remorse? It was a factor of the street world that you live, you die. You hustle, or you go broke. They was going to get killed anyway. It wasn't nothing personal, it was business. So I took them out. Y'all just mad because y'all didn't get a chance to sentence them. I knocked out the middleman, which was you, and just said, go to hell. Now, you're not involved with the situation. Well, you should have told the police for what? So y'all could torture them, put them in jail and all this and that. Yeah, then you gonna walk in front of you? No, my way is simple and easy. I'm his judge and jury. Save the fucking society money. Cause just think how much money y'all would have to spend taking him to court and all this and that. The man is mixed up into illegal activity, so he belongs to the street. He's fair game. I'm fair game. Somebody killed me. I hope nobody take that personal. It was business. You live in that lifestyle. You live in that lifestyle, you know what time it is. There's no such thing as retirement. Tell me one person that got that filthy rich and retired. No. Why? Because other people gonna want his power. In order to get his power, they gotta knock him off. Someone got to let it be known that they was the one that did it. If not, ain't anybody gonna know it. What the fuck knocked him off? Well, fuck it. Let's go take his shit. No, the man that knocked him off, you had to step up and claim that shit. Claim that, hey man, this my shit. Boy left it to me. Man, you and the boy was going at it. Then you should understand then, shouldn't you?
Nate Boomcraft sits down for a series of in-depth interviews for a docuseries detailing his life. Boone was only 9 years old when he began violently exerting his will in the neighborhood before being placed in the juvenile system. After a stint in the military as a part of an Army Ranger Special Forces unit, Boone became a hitman for hire for the notorious Detroit street gang known as the Best Friends. After the Best Friends murdered his younger brother, Boone, who was already on his way to prison for murder, decided to cooperate with authorities against the men who he felt were responsible. His plan was to attempt to kill them once they were all inside the prison system. Once inside, Boone continued wreaking carnage. Only his feuds were not only with the prison guards and his rivals, but also with notorious criminals from all over the country. Battered, bruised, and scarred, Boone still remains one of the last ones standing. So he decided to share Hitman.
We are at the home of a retired hitman, a small house in Detroit. I can't show you the outside because he doesn't want anyone knowing where he lives. He has multiple surveillance cameras that alert him to anyone coming his way.
Most of y'all may know me as Nate Boomcraft, the Grim Reaper. I was hired to kill Washi Jr., better known as White Boy Rick.
Kraft has admitted to killing over 30 people, some friends, some enemies, most strangers.
It was business, you have to understand. These people was into illegal things anyway, so I don't feel bad doing something to somebody that is in that lifestyle.
In the 1980s, if you had the money and wanted someone dead, he would do it.
If somebody paid me to hit you, I'm gonna hit you. So don't get it wrong. I believe in money.
I'm sitting here working on the Nate Boomcraft doc. I feel like more of a journalist, like at this point, like, you know, because I'm doing research. I initially got involved because they sent me a link in a group text. I watched the video and, you know, at the end of it, I was like, this ain't doing his shit. This ain't doing his story no justice at all, you know. And I was going to strictly be behind the scenes and not necessarily, you know, be involved. We get to talking about certain situations and certain hits, and corrupt politicians and corrupt police and killing state witnesses and all of this type of shit. It's my job to present the story as best I can with as many facts as possible. Some things we can speak on because of his immunity. Some things we can't speak on either because it wasn't covered by immunity or as far as what his actual role was in the military as a Army Ranger Special Force. Like a lot of that shit we can't talk about either. I'm like, man, this is deep. I felt like I was like, man, I'm gonna need therapy after this. Shit.
You know the very first one I did?
Yeah.
I was 10. Me and my boy. We both was 10. We took it to that nigga to see.
Was it intentional? Did you go there with the intent or something just happened?
I went there with the intent that he gonna die. I don't care what goes on. He already talked this big shit talking about what he gonna do to us. So I said, man, get your gun, because we finna kill this motherfucker. He said, serious? I said, yeah. So we took it to his ass. We did what he had to do. Then we went to the Cinderella show. Because we picked up the girls and we went around to the show. That's our alibi. Because somebody didn't see us. We was at the show.
Was it hard for you to do?
Well, it wasn't hard. It was easy to process the shit because it's part of the life. You got to be able to step to a person, and if you step to him, basically you have to step to him with the thought of, I'm going to kill this nigga. Because if you don't, he's going to come back on you. But I decided, okay, let's go a different route. Tough man contest. Sure ain't that. Okay, that's another way to make quick money. Probably ain't gonna do it forever, but hey, I could make this 5,000 real quick, but knocking these niggas out. But I got in the ring the first 2 fights, knocked them out in the first round. Third fight was fighting, let me see, Butterbean, Butterball, whatever the hell y'all call them nowadays. And hell, knocked him, well, they call it TKO. It was a knockout, really, because the boy was out on his feet. He just didn't fall to the mat. That's when my nephew Bruiser, he decided to tell his friends about me. When they came down there, I didn't know they was called best friends. He met me after I came out the locker room, told me, man, you know how to throw them hands. I was like, ain't all I know how to throw. When I first ever met Rick, him and his friend was on the verge of dying. We was at the fucking beeper store. We was there, and my boy was there to get some phones and some more beepers. And his boy bumped into my boy. My boy said, hey man, what the fuck you doing, boy? And this boy, stepped back with his friend, talking about, man, it ain't shit. Of course, I think that's my right away. Give a fuck who he is. Don't involve yourself in something that got shit to do with you, but that's your boy, okay? Same way, this is my boy. But we got 2 more motherfuckers. This boy was that rolled up in there, And he said, hey man, is she gonna talk to you? Talk to me about what? He didn't bump into me. He would have bumped into me. He'd have been part of that wall right there already. He said, oh man, no, my brother, let me just talk to you outside. So I step outside, tell them stay in, keep an eye on them. I step outside. We stepped over to his car. He said, man, did this, man. My name is Ozzy Riley Ray. Okay, well, what you want, a lollipop? Don't care about what your name is or anything else. He said, man, I think I know something about you. Know something about who? He said, are those y'all cars out there? I said, damn, man, you getting off all into our Kool-Aid. I said, yeah. He said, y'all best friends. Yeah. I know rocking Reg and all. Well, I know Reggie. I said, yeah, okay, whoop-de do. Reggie ain't here. He said, you the one that they call the Grim Reaper. I see the hoodie hanging out the back of your coat. I said, just because I got a hoodie on? He said, man, you got the beard in it. I said, man, what you want? Check this out, man. I'm willing to pay you if you be my bodyguard. Now, at that time, we just doing bodyguard work, really. We moving a little way, but we're not no big way where everybody know that we doing all this. But I said, how much you talking? I keep $500 to give it here. I was thinking about robbing his ass when he pulled that knife out. I should have robbed his ass, beat the shit out, took his shit. I said, no, fuck it.
Maserati, Demetrius, Boone, the best friends, 7 of them. Over 8 years, I guarantee you, 140 people died at 15 a year or 20. I would estimate, and ask Boone, because Boone could tell you this better than me, honestly. I can't really tell you. This is guesstimation. I would guess easily they killed 20 people a year. So this is how I say in 7 years, they killed 140 people.
We already know, like, when it came to the kills, that y'all were dominant. But was it anybody else on that level, you know, doing what y'all were doing at that time, or was y'all just pretty much by yourself? Like
Basically,
just running wild.
Basically, we was hitmen, period.
Okay.
We sold a little bit of drugs, but we were basically killing people because the money was good. But then we decided that, hey, these fools don't want to hire us no more. But we ain't getting no money in. Best thing to do now is take these food drugs and we sell it. So basically, that's when the word got out. Best friend is knocking off the people that hired them and taking their shit, making it their territory. So we can knock off the people that they hired us to kill. Then we go back and knock the person off that hired us. So they had a little meeting off of 7 Mile over there about knocking off all best friends after that. What? He said, yeah, man, they had a meeting, man, you know. And homeboy showed us the name of everybody that's supposed to be at that meeting. I'm like, whoa. Didn't he used to be y'all boss? Said, yeah. Big James, all the niggas was there. Demetrius, all the niggas was there holding up, talking about knocking us off. Because we was knocking them off, the ones that we supposed to be cool with. There's no coolness. If you got something we want, we gonna come take it.
Demetrius Holloway and Maserati Rick,
those two was partners.
Together.
But Demetrius went to prison. And Maserati Rick was supposed to keep it going. But he involved us. Demetrius didn't like that. So when he came home, he was telling Rick, man, you need to get rid of them goddamn friends, man. Them motherfuckers ain't no good, man, blah, blah, blah. Of course, Rick telling us. So now, Demetrius done opened a can of worms. So, we all mad at Demetrius now. Oh, you gonna backtalk us? We thought we was all right, you know, when you came home, but now you backtalking us telling Maserati Rick that he shouldn't be fucking with us because he don't want nothing to do with it and he ain't gonna fuck with us like that. Ain't no problem. Rick said, man, I don't want my name coming back on that with him because I ain't trying to go smoke. I said, you ain't got to worry about it. When we smoke that nigga, you ain't got to worry about it.
Anything off limits to like a certain extent? Like, I know you don't like fucking with witnesses. Like, you rather do shit when ain't no witnesses around because that's just more time. And
well, I never did anything with no witness around because I would have to kill them.
Yeah,
that's why any killing I was involved with, nobody knew it. But they assumed, people assumed that, man, I think which car did, who, me? I ain't did nothing.
Did anybody else have any limits like that? Because I know some of them motherfuckers didn't care.
It really didn't. They go out there and just blast anybody that's around the food, killing innocent people that ain't got nothing to do with this shit. That's when I stepped in and told them, man, we need to go out to the farm and let me show y'all how to do shit. Because y'all doing this shit, man, you're killing innocent people.
You ain't doing it but drawing attention, making it hot.
That make it just hot for the entire neighborhood because they killing people ain't got shit to do with it. They talking about, they killed such and such, but they killed 5 or 6 other motherfuckers that was there. They was kids or this and that. Now, kids was my worst. Off limit. Don't shoot nobody around a kid. It's easy to sit up in somebody's bushes or sit in a van somewhere where you just watching out the back window until the person come out their house or until they pull up. There's a lot of places to catch him. Just like we caught the nigga up on at the store. He was coming out the party store. I think he owned it. I don't know. All I know he came out of there, and 2 of my friends ran over there to kill him. I usually don't like to be around people when they do that because then you just made me a witness against you because I done watched you 2 niggas go kill that guy. Even though the way y'all killed him, they were shooting each other. And if they wouldn't have had those vests on, they would have been dead. Nigga in the middle, you doing don't y'all know the bullets going through that jackass? You know what you mean? Look at your damn shirt. Man, what the fuck this shit? I said, right. It's loaded up enough to not go through your vest, but you got the vest on, and it was just pinging off your vest. What you thought, somebody throwing bricks at you? Rocks at you? You niggas was shooting each other. Nigga put him there, and y'all go into an angle and get him. Y'all go and shit, hit him back and forth like a ping pong ball. 44, 45. Boom, 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 boom. While that nigga jump around. Remember that, Ricky? Jump around. Jump around. Oh, yeah.
Was there any time where a kid saved somebody?
Wilshire. The guy was sitting on the porch. We was coming down the street. We know he's sitting on the porch. The kid came out and sat right next to him. Boo was like, fuck it, hit him. I said, man, that's a kid there, nigga. Well, you know how I don't want him seeing that shit. That fuck with his mind. He got mad at me, so we pulled around over on fucking Guster. And he told me, man, you could have hit the nigga, man. Nah. So he got out and walked back. Boom, boom. He comes back to him. It's done. I said, cool. You didn't hit the kid, didn't? No. I said, okay then. See, that's what I'm saying. Don't hit the kid. Was the kid dead? He said, no, the kid went back in the house by the time I got back around to the corner. I said, I'm surprised the nigga didn't see your big ass because of dead. Everybody know that we was big bald-headed motherfuckers, you know, and
Because the only word that I could think about, I was like, man, like, they were destructive. They were fucking shit up. Were you planning to get out of the game, or you just felt like it was going to take you?
I was going to get out the game when I got out of prison. That was the last of me, but they killed my little brother, and that made me want to go after them. Of course, you go hear all types of shit about different people supposed to did this and that. The same way they saying that Parker supposed to went back up in the hospital and killed Maserati Rig. And I mean, people going on these podcasts or whatever talking about who did what. Well, if they did it, why that nigga ain't in prison? Or why the police caught up with his ass? See, me, I took a lie detector test to prove everything I said was the truth.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I got the paper on it too. I took it, matter of fact. I'm gonna show y'all that one day too. The lie detector test that the police gave me. The DEA, I mean, I took about 2 different lie detector tests to show that it's still the same. The man still telling the truth. But people told me, you a snitch. Oh, you call me a snitch if you want to, but I understand one thing. If I kill your brother, you promise you ain't gonna tell on me? You ain't gonna try to get back at me? Even though they didn't know, I knew that they was behind my brother killing. So, Bruiser told me, he said, yeah, man, that motherfucker killed Andre, man. I was like, nah, man. He said, yeah, man, they paid that boy to do it. That's the way, when nobody see who really did it. I said, ain't no problem. Ain't no problem, because I wouldn't put it past them that did it. But, of course, I'm in prison, so I got to wait till I get home and take my revenge, which I did. When I got home, I took it to them. Many people started dropping. Don't mean I did them all, but I did quite a bit. That's when I had to tell the DEA about all the things I did, and they gave me immunity. In other words, I give it up and get the truth. And I did. But people just keep on saying, well, nah, man, Boone was saying this and Boone was saying that. Well, I got court documents, lie detector tests, and other people that know what's what. I gave it up what I did. I could have gave up what a lot of other motherfuckers did. I could have gave up a lot of drug dealers and all that shit back then, but I didn't. That's why nobody went to prison that I gave up. I gave up them 6, and them 6 gave up other motherfuckers. Whether they took the stand against the people or not, but some of the informer was just informing to the police, but they wouldn't take the stand on it. Me, I took the stand because I was hoping some of them motherfuckers get froggy and want to jump. You think I wouldn't have jumped over that motherfucker witness stand?
So, and then, so you was just talking about the snitch label and shit. Like, so, in prison, did that...
Well, they knew about me in prison because I've been in prison before, so most of the guys knew me. And they knew I was a stand-up guy because I've been in prison more than 3 times. And I ain't never opened my fucking mouth. But this time, I'm going to prison for the rest of my life. So yes, I'm getting them niggas up. Why? Because they had to come to the prison. They come to the prison, they gonna see me again. The war ain't stopped yet. Just because we got locked up, no, the war going on. And I already got my people already set up in there. John and Lyle, we couldn't wait for the motherfuckers to come through there. We was gonna butcher the shit out of them. At that point in time, homeboy came through the prison. I'm still in quarantine, so he come through prison. I see him coming through. I'm like, whoa. Oh, shit. So I go tell my boy, hey, man, homeboy coming through here, man. He said, for real? I said, yeah. He said, what you want to do? Let's open him up like a fish. So I'm sitting at the table eating. True enough, they classified him quick and got him down to the tunnel. When he came through that tunnel, I'm still sitting at the table eating. I'm like, damn. And first day he started asking the kitchen crew and the porter, hey man, where's the guy named Iceman at, man? They say that he's the man when you need to get something to happen, something happening. You know, I want to see about putting it down in here. Yeah, you better talk to the Iceman about that. So they point him over to me. He comes over there. Hey, bro, what's up? My name is such and such. I'm associated with the best friend. You may have heard of him. I said, yeah, I heard of him. He said, man, whew, I'm just glad I ran into you, man. I want to know if I can put it down. I said, man, when you part of a group that did something to a guy named Andre Carson, right? He said, yeah, Carson. I said, yeah. Damn, that's a damn shame, man. He said, yeah, man. He cried like a little bitch. So he cried like a little bitch. Like you finna do. I'm like, what? I said, like you finna do. That was my little brother. No, man. I know your full name, man. Yeah, everybody know my full name now. You came through the tunnel. Yeah, your last name Kraft, man. Kraft. Here's Carson. So yeah, my mother got remarried. We got the same mama. He looking. He see the guard over there coming through the tunnel. He, guard. I turned and look. Guard seen my face. He seen John and Lyle's face. We smiled at him. The guard took off. He took off running. He says, hey, where you going? I'll see you later. He took off. By the time he got back, that boy was butchered. Damn shame. They took me down there to the police station. Then they found out I didn't have nothing to do with it. I was just all draped in blood. I was like, I didn't have nothing to do with it. Who, me? So you didn't see who did it? Yeah, I saw who did it. Who? John Lyle. You didn't order it, you didn't participate or anything. You just sat there. What I gonna do? Run? You're like, we gonna find out, but yeah, we gotta send you back to the prison. Those two already gave a statement like you did, that you had nothing to do with it, that they did it because the guy come in there talking tough shit. I said, yeah, he came in talking tough shit about how he can take over and do this and that, and the prison one number bitches, and whew, you don't call me as that doing all day bitches.
Were any of y'all like really friends, like really dogs? Or y'all was just getting money together and, really didn't give a fuck about each other?
It was both. You had some that was cool with each other and that would stick by each other. But of course, if the shit hit the fan, they would cross each other out like Wichita started crossing them out, having his men that was right and left hand man knock off other people in the group. Yeah, they finally figured that out. They said, well, man, why we killing our own men up? I could have told him that. He don't want anybody to live that knew about what he did back then. So he was knocking everybody off. Then, once he had y'all knock everybody off, then he was going to knock y'all off. That was his plan. Shit, that's what I told him. Nigga, y'all should have came and told me. We would have did that nigga then. But you didn't. Next thing I know, y'all doing me. Raid our houses. And we know who you are. We grew up in the same goddamn area. Or we knew you because you was on our payroll. But then you want to cross us because homeboy's telling you that he gonna give you $5,000. Go raid his shit. They came undercover. They wasn't even supposed to have been raiding nobody's shit, but they raided the spot, but we knew that they was coming. And when they came, they ran up in the house, but we was already in the house next door. We seen them parked down on the corner, so we all went into the other house and watched them as they pulled up, jumped out, ran it up in the house that we supposed to have our shit at, but we had moved everything because we knew they was coming. The other cops told us, watch them motherfuckers, man, because they gonna try to raid you. So we wind up going over there, and the motherfucker ran up in the house. When they ran up in it, we ran outside and stood there. When they came back out the house, they seen all those out there with AKs and M16. Yeah, bitch. People praying they did over some bullshit that the police was gunning down, making a raid. How do they make a raid if y'all don't know about it? It was only 3 of them and they called themselves raid. Bitch, you raid my goddamn place, stealing my shit to give it to somebody else?
Yeah, that's when I noticed a chief of police car pulled up. It said chief on it. I said, man, we got to do something. We're getting tired of this meeting them, dropping this and that. We give it to one person, they can split it between all. So I gets out my car and I walks over there and, man, them cops was paranoid than hell. They all jumped out with their guns out. Who you, man? Who you? Motherfucker based out, man. Hope they don't pull the trigger. Thinking that I come back here to rob them or I'm a band or something. You know, hey, you know me. He said, yeah, what you doing back here though? I said, I'm just back here to meet your boss. Chief, what you want to meet me for? I need to talk to you in your vehicle or my vehicle. We need to talk to get this situation straightened out. He said, we ain't got to talk about nothing. I said, I think we should, or we gonna just disappear altogether. He said, disappear? I said, let's talk. We walking, we talking. I tell him, check this out, man. We been giving your mans 8 balls, and we see all y'all smoking on it. And that's not enough for y'all. What do we give you a quarter of a key? You should be able to split that up. He was like, quarter? Yeah, he gonna take the quarter, man. I'm like, God damn. I thought he gonna be half and half, you know? Just give me that. headquarters. Yeah. So I reached in. I support it. Whew, that's a lot, man. I said, yeah, you got to split it between all your men. We don't want your men coming talking to us, meeting us nowhere or anything else. We don't want shit going down the wrong way. Because people talk, whether you know it or not. And we don't want to have no conversation with nobody but you now. You own it. He was like, man, okay. I keep them away. Yeah, but keep them away where they don't raid us. But keep a lookout in case somebody try to rob us. He's gonna rob y'all. We heard about what y'all did up in Toledo. Huh? We ain't did nothing in Toledo. He said, yeah, okay, yeah, sure. But anyway, we heard about things happening up in Toledo. We don't want that down here. You keep y'all shit on the low level, and we'll make sure we keep ours in between where we don't fuck with y'all don't fuck with us, or none of the people up here. We don't want to wind up with a whole bunch of bodies. I said, I understand you. I understand. I leave, tell everybody what happened. Which kind of told me, maybe we should go up there. Like, no, you can't come up here. Go to Cincinnati. That's right around the same boundary being down there, dude. We got this. Y'all come up here, it's too many goddamn of us, and y'all know how we get. We'll start clowning on people. Y'all take it on to Cincinnati. Me and we got this just right. So of course they go to Cincinnati and they say, man, Cincinnati is open too, really. But them motherfucking racist. I said, yeah, I heard about that a long time ago. They racist. He said, yeah, but we got it. We got all the people not fucking with us, and basically we not selling. We just selling the weight to them. We ain't got the houses like y'all got the crack houses on. I said, yeah, well now, until we get the people used to us, then we're gonna start selling them the weight. And if they sell it like we sell it, don't step on it, you can make money. Of course, after a while, we do get it like that, where we just take up half a key or whatever they can afford to buy from us, because we can't give assignments, because these niggas will be running. Cincinnati opened up beautifully. Toledo was rocking. Which kind of them had that motherfucking place rocking like a motherfucker. He was buying condoms and all types of houses out that way, setting it up. I went to Wichita Condom. I said, this is nice. It looked like a cheap-ass apartment building, but really nice. I'm talking about condo. Shit. Condo my ass. But he was like, man, this is what condos is. Man, it looked like a regular-ass house. You just got upstairs. What else so good about it? Man, my woman do all this. Your woman cook? Lasagna? Homemade? From scratch? Hey, Wanda! What they calling me? You ain't met me yet, baby, but I heard about your lasagna from scratch. How much you charge me to make me a pan? Personal pan, you know. Man, I really don't. I give you 200. 200? Okay. What you gotta look at us on? It seems like you do anything for a piece of change, huh? He said, baby, I got 200 for something else. You wanna smoke this black pipe? We joked about that. Then, of course, later on, I found out she was smoking crack. But she made that 200 to buy herself a 8-ball. Couple of them. So she made the lasagna. The lasagna was out this world, though. Shit. But that was the first and the last time I ever had any lasagna. After that, which God kept her away from me. He said, man, you gonna try to freak her, ain't you? Mm-mm. You said that too slow, man. I know you, Boom. You gonna try to freak her, ain't you? I know you a freak. I see what you be doing to them other girls. And man, them girls just love big black guy like me. You know, beautiful, gorgeous. Damn, I can't even pass a meal without taking a second look and giving my damn self a kiss. I'm so sweet. You know what I'm saying? But he kept her away. I never went to his place again after that. I went and got me one. down there on Jefferson, a nice little place to stay when I'm there. But I let the girl that I was kicking with up there stay. I said, "Here, baby, you keep this place for me. So whenever I come up this way, I got a place to come to." She said, "You ain't gonna be, I'm gonna be there whenever I pop up. You won't know. Just don't have no niggas up in this place." And I don't even like to use that term. But with the ones you mess with, don't have none of them up in here. I'm not the jealous type or the possession. But I don't want nobody coming in this place that's, I don't know. She said, "Oh, no, I'm going to keep it clean and everything." I said, "I hope so. You ain't got to pay no bills, no nothing. Everything else going to be taken care of. I got to open business around there." I go around there to the place I want to open up. And I buy the building and I open it up. Everybody like, "Crap janitorial." I said, "Yep, open. In every city I go to, that's the way I have money coming in to show where I'm getting my money from." That's a slick idea. That's when they start opening up businesses and so forth and assume names so they can show where they get their money from. I said, that's the best thing to do, dude. You walk around with all this money, buying all these beautiful cars and jewelry and clothes showing off. That's going to be your downfall when you ain't got no place to show. Come on. "Well, I gamble." Well, you better make sure you go to a place that give you receipts or that you do visit to so you can prove, "Hey, look at the camera. I was there that day. See that? I won this and that, won this and that." So you can be able to show your money. He said, "Man, that sounds like that D-slick shit." So, of course, we opened up little places in Toledo. I did a couple in Lima. I was going to go to Cincinnati, but they done burnt that damn place out because they started so much crap up in there. I said, "Man, I ain't going to go through there. If I go through there, they're going to be thinking one thing. This nigga come through to try to take over," even after the other guy from Detroit came over here and took over. Well, he was a new guy. But we take off from there. We go back to Detroit. Get back down to Detroit. Of course, Switch got them telling me about what happened in Toledo. I'm like, "Yeah, man." He said, "Man, it's coming along, but it's coming along good, but we just moving away." I said, "It's the same thing that we finna do in Lima. Cincinnati gonna do it." So basically, we had to send somebody else out to fill out some of the other states around here. He said, "Yeah, that's a good idea, man. Let's try to get it in all the states." I said, "That's the best way to get big money. Because each state we go to, the shit costs more than it do here in Detroit. We can take it up there. Like, when I went to Minnesota, man, they was paying 3 times the value for a goddamn key. I went, whoa. I started slipping my ass through there. Man. Then when Wichita found out they eased up in there, I didn't know that they was going through there doing the same thing I was doing. But everybody started coming, "Hey, man, dope fools up there paying big money for a key." I said, "Where?" "Oh, nowhere. What you mean nowhere? Big money. You in Minnesota, ain't you?" "Yeah, that shit ain't funny, man. That was my little spice, and man, everybody can get some of this, baby. We all one group, ain't we? Something go wrong, we all shows up." I said, "I can really take care of my own shit. I don't like a crowd of people, witnesses and shit." They talking about, "Man, you going to team up, man. You got to be a part of the team." I said, "I am part of the team. Until the team show too much threat or something, or become a anchor." So, of course, we divvied up. I let them do what they need to do up there. I was getting enough anyway. And that's when I heard Rich on them talking about they want to go to New York. I'm not going to New York. New York kind of hot. They already getting down, but he said, "Yeah, but we could get down with that money." I said, "Y'all go ahead. Let me know how it turn out. I might go over to Pennsylvania or even into New Jersey, but New York is just too big and everybody in there got it. Not to mention, I know some of those people up in New York. the Italians. I know, you know. They're like, man, oh, you talking about from your boy day? I said, yeah. But when they tried to hire me to hit him, and I couldn't go for it because they lied to me, talking about that he had older than them. Couldn't figure out, no. They didn't want to have to buy from a black man that was getting his straight from the source. So they wanted to try to get him knocked off so they could take over and put their shit back in, because their shit wasn't selling away shit. After Witchcraft started doing his, I mean, he was making it. And when they tried to hire me to hit him, I'm like, man, of course, I don't just hit nobody without finding out about them, what their routine, so I could be in their next runabout, and I'll be there waiting on them. So, of course, I didn't even know Frank like that. I just knew him as the Italian wanted me to take him out. And, you know, money's money to me. I'll take anybody out as long as the price is right. But when I found out they lied about why they wanted him taken out, and I went back there and told them. I said, did this. You lied to me. So, what you talking about? We paying you to hit the guy. Why won't y'all hit him? We can't get close to him. Why is that? He owe you money? They didn't say nothing. They just shook their head up. Man, you just supposed to do this. I said, man, you ain't supposed to lie to me. When you lie to me, that make me not trust you now. So what's your game plan? No, what you talking about? He don't owe you. The word is that y'all pissed off because y'all got to go to a black man and buy your stuff from him because y'all shit is like garbage. Nobody want to buy from y'all no more because they got a taste of his. So they were like, man, that ain't right. So what you mean that ain't right? You ain't supposed to be doing all that, man. You're just supposed to do as we pay you. Hit them and leave it alone. I said, no, I like to do researching. So now that I'm not going to do it, even though I got to turn down the other half of the money, because the money you put in, you lose that. So what you mean, man? I said, you don't get no payback for what you paid me up front because you lied. Man, you can't keep our money. So I don't know. Me and my boys, we already split it up and we ain't giving it back. Man, you want some trouble? I said, I don't know. Should I go for the trouble or should I give you the money? Which one do you think? He said, man, what kind of shit is you talking, man? I said, well, those little red dots on your shirt telling me I ain't got to say shit. They went to look like, man, what? Oh, it don't wipe off. Man, what's going on? I said, those little white dots might be dripping in a minute. Now, what you want to do? You want to forget about it? Man, you can't store us like that. Don't y'all store people and do all types of other crap too? Now, this is what I'm telling you. This man better not come up with a scratch on him. He come up with a scratch on him because of some bullshit y'all put out, I think he might be willing to pay me to take y'all out. Man, there's too many of us. There's a whole army of us, and we all special force. What you gonna do to us? Nigga, we high profile cases. These wasn't just nigga was telling on somebody at the store or telling on somebody that did something low class. All these was top drug kingpin. I mean, Carlos Lages, Fat Cat, Sammy the Bull, Philly, White Boy Rick, and many others. Because I know Carlos Lages, when he seen me when I went in, he was like, "You ain't come here to kill me, did you?" I said, "Man, that was out there, man. You not. That was out there. You not in Colombia no more now. You flew your ass over here and they forced you down. Now you a prisoner. You telling on Pablo. You telling on Noé. You telling on everybody, boy. They gonna protect you." But you can bet one thing: is that if Pablo can find some way to get you, but nope, they got Pablo. They killed him, man. I was like, damn.
So how did you even get in that circle? The Pablo circle.
Oh, well, getting drugs straight from him. We did favors for him, or should I say I did a favor for him, and he was like, I like you big black guy. Ooh, you big. He said, y'all just terrified person just looking at y'all. And plus, we can't get our money from homeboy over there in the state. I'm like, what? He said, yeah. The young boys. I said, yeah. He said, do you know that? I said, yep, I know him. He said, man, can you get the money from him? You want the money or you want his life? I'm good. He said, take his life. Take his life. So he sent his boy back over here, Mike. That's all I could give you, Mike. I'll give you, no, but I can't because I ain't gonna get into that. But Mike came over and he brought us the 50 keys. And he said, here. Okay. Rick was like, might as well write Rick at the time. He was like, man, y'all sure y'all want to do this, Boom? I said, hell yeah. Shit. Money is money. I don't know that nigga that well, other than to know who he is, but hey, if you got a contract on you and it's good enough for me to take you out, I'm going to take you out. Because she only had to pay so much for those 50 because the other part was free because he wanted us to grab a homeboy. So he rides with us. Me and Mark was in the car when we pulled up on the nigga. He was at the car wash. But the dummy had stupid enough to sit down at the bus stop. We pulled up in the van, and I reached out and grabbed his ass. Go! He tried to tussle with me, but I got his ass. I said, hold still, motherfucker.
Nate Boomcraft sits down for a series of in-depth interviews for a docuseries detailing his life. Boone was only 9 years old when he began violently exerting his will in the neighborhood before being placed in the juvenile system. After a stint in the military as a part of an Army Ranger Special Forces unit, Boone became a hitman for hire for the notorious Detroit street gang known as the Best Friends. After the Best Friends murdered his younger brother, Boone, who was already on his way to prison for murder, decided to cooperate with authorities against the men who he felt were responsible. His plan was to attempt to kill them once they were all inside the prison system. Once inside, Boone continued wreaking carnage. Only his feuds were not only with the prison guards and his rivals, but also with notorious criminals from all over the country. Battered, bruised, and scarred, Boone still remains one of the last ones standing. So he decided to share Hitman.
Go! He tried to tussle with me, but I got his ass. I said, hold still, motherfucker. And Mike was like, not Mark, but Mike, the Colombian, he was like, yeah, but you don't want to pay us. So they started talking. We sitting there. I'm sitting back there in the back, Mark driving. And he starts talking with, no, man, I got your shit. You ain't got nothing on you? No, I got it in my car. The Colombian told me, I don't want it. We came for your life. What, you thought we wasn't going to reach over here and get you when you supposed to send us that money? You talking about we got to wait? You got the game fucked up. So he was on the phone talking to whoever he was talking to. I was like, man, hey, Mark, go all the way out 7 Mile to Woodward. We're going to dump his body by the police station. Hey, man, I can hear y'all. Man, you sitting right there next to me? Man, y'all going to kill me. Blah, blah, blah. The Colombian got off the phone. He reached over and punched the guy in the mouth. I said, man, what's going on? He was like, we were told not to kill him if he got the money. Can we take the money and still kill him? So people know that job for real. Because trust me, the way we gonna do him, we gonna cut off his hand and his head. We could send his head back over there to Colombia. So homeboy have his head to put on a stick and show everybody. But with me, this is what happened. This nigga is from the United States. And he thought he was untouchable.
Express mail.
But he said no. He said to just fuck him up and let him go. But get the money. Man, he said the money y'all. I said, okay. The money y'all? He said, yeah, y'all get to keep the money if it's in the trunk. So we pulled back around there. I pulled sideways to the trunk. Mark got out, popped the trunk. It was there in the bag. Got it, look. He said, yeah, it's here. What's the other bag? Oh, nothing. Grab that one too and open up. You got weapons in that one. Oh, this nigga got guns. If we would have let you into the truck of your car, would you try to grab one in? No, man, I swear to God. I don't believe you. I think we should just kill him. He said, no, my boss said to let him go. I'm like, man. So now I got to do something to make sure that this boy don't try to sneak back on us or whatever. Because he knew Mark, he knew me. And I said, check this out, man. Only reason you were alive because the boss don't want you dead. Me, I prefer to just go ahead and slice and dice your ass up and feed you to the pigs. Put your ass through that tree shredder. Feet first, bitch. But, man, I heard about y'all hokum back. I said, you should have, motherfucker. Damn near most people know about that. We cut y'all ass up and shred your ass and feed you to the pig. Whatever happened to Geronimo? I don't know, but I think that nigga is passed out in all these supermarkets. What you mean passed out? Well, you eat pork, don't you? Pigs eat anything you put in that slot bucket.
The other white meat.
Just a little darker. We didn't drop him back off at his car until we got the bags out the car. And we had to get back downtown because Maserati lived right off of Jefferson, near downtown, at his little penthouse or whatever you want to call it, the loft. He had the loft. So we dropped him off downtown at the Penobscot building. I guess he got it home or whatever, but the word never got back he said anything. Even though deep down we heard that he was telling us, yeah, man, don't motherfucking snatch me, man, but everything cool though, man. You know, we not gonna go after them.
I like breathing.
I said, I wish he would have said that they gonna come after us. We would have went after all them motherfuckers. See, because even though Butch was cool with them and shit, but now I knew Butch from prison and the street, but Butch was a knucklehead. He thought he could go to prison, come back, and take back over where he left off at. His man wasn't going for that shit. That's why when he got caught up the next time, I heard that he turned snitch. I was like, damn, Butch Jones. Young Boys Incorporated, turned snitch. But everybody like, man, of course that shit was gonna come down, man. That nigga looking at all that goddamn time. Now, the first time he went through there, he kept his mouth shut, at least from what we assume. But then, when he went through that second time, oh, hell no. He know his ass was gone. He had to try to get some numbers.
I don't think niggas realize, dog, how big this nigga is, dog. Like, this nigga's like 6'4", like 300. Fucking defensive tackle in the NFL, my nigga. It's like yeah, he a little bit older, but imagine this nigga back in the day with military training. This nigga like, yeah, parked on the corner, jumped out the whip, ran
About halfway the block, whip out the chopper, let that bitch off, never stop running, run back to the car, get in the car. Like, that sound like a workout, my nigga. Imagine being in the penitentiary. This 6'4", 300-pound ass nigga pushing up on you with some horses. Like, that nigga was in that bitch butchering niggas, dog. Like, hold the fuck on. Like, that's like Jason Voorhees, my nigga. That's like Michael motherfucking Myers, dog.
In prison, I had many different names too. So they called me Iceman when I got into it with the guards, like the one guard that got stabbed, but he survived it. But he was trying to tell on me. I ain't did nothing. I'm a carpenter. I'm supposed to be out 24/7. But this guard was new. He was like, I said, lock up. Don't put your hands on me. I said, lock. I turned and walked away. About 10, 12 minutes later, the guard got stabbed in his neck. He rolled over, fell down the base, and he survived that because he grabbed hold of that shit. But he survived it, and then the guards came back to my cell. I was in cell 31, 3rd, and I had already got rid of everything, the clothing and everything I had on. And they came, got me. That's when I wound up in the hospital. The guards came to get me, and I said, man, I ain't did shit. And I sat there on my bed. They told me, come on, you going to the hole. You have to carry me there. So they came out, helped me stand up and walk me outside the door. Once I got outside my door, they said, you walk downstairs? Hell no, you gonna carry me? I ain't walking nowhere. I ain't do shit. They picked me up. I said, oh, these motherfuckers really gonna carry me? They said, you walking or what? I said, no, I ain't walking. Then you gonna fly? I said, what? By the time I woke up again, I was laying up in the motherfucking hospital bed. They threw my ass down those damn stairs.
Down the stairs?
They threw me down the stairs from 3rd all the way down to 2nd. Because you know what, you got to go down 3rd, then turn to get to 2nd. Well, they threw me down 3rd. I wound up on the 2nd tier walkway down. That's all I remember. Next thing I know, I woke up in the hospital. My sister was trying to visit me, but they couldn't because prison was telling them that we don't know where he at or that he's in transfer. That's when they tried to transfer me up north, but the north refused to accept me. They had me in a fucking laundry cart. They said, oh, no, you're not bringing that man in like that. So they wound up transferring me for about a couple of days or more just on the bus, going from one institution to another. Nobody would accept me. So they had to take me to Riverside Hospital, prison hospital. They took me in there, got the calves on me and everything. Then they kept saying that your sister is like irritating. She went and got a lawyer to see you. I said, where's my sister? Why y'all not never get no visit? The inmate was like, hey man, they don't want nobody to see you like that. They fucked you up. I said, I know that, but pay back a motherfucker. See, karma might have his deal with it, but I'm gonna be karma.
So what injuries did you have? Like,
my neck was had a hair split. My arm was broken. My leg was twisted, but it wasn't broken. It was just twisted. They had to pop it back in.
Oh, they dislocated your knee.
Yeah, because I landed on those motherfuckers going down those stairs. They said, well, we seen all the bruises from here going like this. Lady, you went to skidded down the fucking stairs because they trying to say that you jumped. I ain't jumped my ass.
Were you handcuffed?
No.
Oh, I was finna say, man, that's fucking. I mean, them throwing you down the stairs is fucked up either way.
Well, they wanted to
saying,
handcuff me,
if
but
you was handcuffed,
I wouldn't let
really
them put my hands
up.
behind my back because I don't play that. And by me being so big at that time, my wings was out. They couldn't get them back. They're trying to pull, and of course I'm fighting against them. Not to put my hand. You can handcuff me in the front. Because see, I know how y'all do when you handcuff a motherfucker in the back. Y'all want to get on the side of him and then just pound his ass. Because y'all done did that to me before. Got me on the elevator and they just pound the shit up out. Y'all like, okay. That's why I always took it to the guards. You get no respect for me because you got nothing for us. 3 days you motherfucker didn't feed me in that hole. I think nowadays they call them ghost trays. Well, I ain't got shit. Not a damn tray. They come past and just look and keep walking. And I'll be, okay, motherfucker ain't gonna feed me. Ain't no thing. Next day, nobody feed me. Third day, the inmate brought me some bread. They didn't know. He brought me some bread and a small container of milk. Of course, I made cereal out that shit. Crunch up the bread when it get hard, put it in the milk. Voila, you got cereal. But I ate on that for the next 2 days. And finally they said, he's not complaining about him not getting no food, because I could hear him down there talking. He haven't said anything about no food, and it's been 3 days. They said, is he walking or moving? He said, well, he basically just sit there. Every time we go back, he just sitting there. Do we ask for rec? No, he said. We asked him, do you want rec? And he wouldn't say anything. He just sit there with his arm folded, looking straight ahead. That's when they made me go see a psych. Well, they didn't make me go see a psych. They brought the psych to the door. And I had to talk to him through the door. He was like, you being wrong? Why are you looking like that? I said, it's the way I look. What's your intention when you get out? Big one snigger like he's like, is you planning on doing anything about it? You want me to give you an answer to that so you can keep me locked up longer or transfer me or whatever you want to do if I answer that question. Well, I don't answer questions. He was like, well, Mr. Crab, this is off the record. I said, what? He said, they scared of you because you ain't said nothing to nobody since you've been in here. You don't ask for rec. I know about them not feeding you. That's on them. I got enough on me to last for a while. He was like, okay, you in a nice attitude. I said, if you say so. It's your world, baby. I'm just here to serve this time. You may misuse my body and misabuse me, but hey, payback a motherfucker. He said, what you mean by payback? I said, karma, whatever they call it. When you do something bad to somebody and then it come back on you later. Never know. It might be a year, it might be a month, it might be shit, never, but it gonna come back. That's when they would say, well, Mr. Crab, I think you're gonna wind up getting transferred because the guards don't want you back in the units. I ain't did nothing, but they want to transfer me. That's on them. I'm not mad at nobody. Only a dog get mad. Then you got to put it down. Me, I'm not mad. Is you gonna do anything to anybody or any guard or anything when you get out? If they let you back out in population, I got to go to work. I like my job. That's about it, Thing rolls on. I forget about that and keep living my life the best I can in here. Like, yeah, right. So he goes down there. Of course, I'm got my ears pinned to the food slot and trying to listen to every word. He down there telling that motherfucker gonna kill somebody when he get out. The guard told, what you mean? He go, who? I don't know who. I just know that the questions that he was telling, as he was telling me and what he was saying. He said, what did he say? He said nothing. He said that he ain't mad at nobody, that he has no intention on doing anything. But you should see how he looked when he said it. like he's a devil just sitting there. I ain't got no grudge against nobody. Karma take care of it. Then they say that he made that little snigger noise. That nigga lying. That nigga gonna do something to somebody.
So.
But yeah, they put me up there in my neck in that cast because when my sister came in, she was like, "What the fuck going on?" I said, "They tried to make me fly. They threw me down some stairs." Because she had to go get the lawyer to make them, to produce my body, a habeas corpus. So my sister seen me and she was like, "This shit ain't going on, blah, 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 blah." And of course, they let me out of the hospital about several months later. They put me into the Riverside.
Once they took you out of the States and put you in the Fed joint.
Oh, that's a different term, yeah. They came into the state joint and found out how I was living, clothes, food, everything a mother had in the world, I had in there. And they were like, "Well, we hearing all types of shit about this. So, Mr. Kraft, we taking you out of the state penitentiary. You going into a federal witness protection program." Whatever, I served my time anyway. It don't make me no different way you put me. I'm gonna do my time. He was like, "Yeah, well, this is a witness unit, the first step." I said, "Oh, okay. Like y'all got the white boy," he said. Something like that. Mm-hmm. So, of course, I goes in. They put me in, what was it? Minnesota. Yeah, I think it was Minnesota. I would have to look at my paperwork to see which one. But yeah, they put me there, which had a hospital. And Jim Baker was there, and all them people with, status in life. They would wind up there. He was in the hospital too. He was helping out in there. That's when I found out that Jim got some sugar in his tank. But he did his thing. Hey, you like to do things like that, that's on you. Shit.
Who is Jim Baker? Like now I got
Jim Baker is that Tammy Baker? Jim Baker, when they got busted for the church people, yeah. Yeah, Jim Baker.
I just passed out, dog.
That's where he was at. And ran into him, wasn't nobody I would talk to or be hanging with, but I knew who he was. But then when I found out what he was doing, I was like, "Whoa, you gotta stay away from me, man." You doing shit like that, boy. Take your teeth out your mouth, and you got a mouthful of yeah.
Damn.
I guess since he's a pervert any goddamn way, shit, it made no different way how you do it. How you get off, boy. Who he doing it for? For his protection. Because a lot of motherfuckers come through there and they be scared and they want to try to find somebody to protect them. So they'll do some shit for some bullshit. Even though he had a little change that he was, buying shit from people for commissary. But
So the Fed joint was where the more
high profile cases would go.
Okay.
That was snitching. That was rats, stoolies, or whatever the fuck people want to call them.
Okay.
But yeah.
But
that's when several years later I ran into white boy Rick. What's that boy name? Sammy the Bull. Philly. Philly I knew because we did some shit together out in the street. But Sammy had sent word down to me that I shouldn't be hanging with Philly. And I sent word back to them, I hang with the fuck I want to hang with. Talking about, you know that Sammy the Bull? I don't give a fuck who he is.
So
the Fat Cat was out of New York. He had sent his friend down there to see if he could fight me or whatever because of White Boy Rick. White Boy Rick had went and told Fat Cat who I was. So I guess Fat Cat decided to send one of his flunkies down there and test me. Flunky came down there and bumped me. I was like, ain't you gonna apologize, dude? Man, fuck you. I looked around, you know, guard, but the guard was inside the guard booth right there. I said, damn, I need at least a quick minute and a half with this boy so I could really pull his throat out. So I stepped up closer to him. I said, what you say? And then I heard that cat holler down and tell the boy, hey man, come on up. He was telling the boy, come on up, because he seemed to move, I guess, by me easing closer and closer to him. And the only thing I was gonna do was just reach in there, put it to his throat, and twist it. Bitch, you got me fucked up. I just had to, and she give somebody else up just to get off that murder. But that cat did go up there, and I looked at white boy Ricky. He go back in his cell. So I catch Rick later. I say, "Did this, man? I don't know what your problem is, but if you want to start something, you know me. We crank this bitch up." No, man, I didn't tell Fat Cat to do that. Fat Cat did that on his own. I said, well. So I waited. When I see Fat Cat up on the top tier again, I like, anytime you think that you bad enough to take me, man, uno, come on down, bitch. You were like, man, ain't nobody scared of you. Ain't nobody scared of you. Don't be scared of me, please don't. I'm a human being just like you is. I bleed just like you is. So, of course, I go back to my cell. Philly came over there and told me, he said, man, Fat Cat got a horse. I said, me too. You ain't the only way I know how to make a horse a shank. So I go back out there. I'm sitting at the table. I got my shit up my sleeve. I'm waiting for him to bring his punk ass down. Of course, I guess Rick might have said, so I don't know what the deal was, but somebody must have said something to the boy, because the boy stayed the fuck away from me. All that time I was in that little prison, he stayed the fuck away. But of course, you know, people talk, and I hear words about what him and Rick was doing, retagging cars and shit. In fact, and that shit was Fat Cat playing. I said, yeah, because the shit hit the fan, Fat Cat gonna give your ass up. He done got you involved in doing this shit. You need to keep your nose clean, boy, because they gonna send you back to the board. And the board get hold to that, well, you doing this in here and you ain't learned nothing. Keep your nose up out of these fools' business. You think they fool just because his name Fat Cat and he the big dope dealer out of New York. He's a big snitch out of New York. Told on his motherfucking own close associate and anybody he could tell on. So basically, they stayed the fuck away from me. Rick worked in the kitchen at the time, and I worked in Unicorn. So I stayed away from them. As long as they don't say shit to me, you're cool. But anytime you want to try to sneak up on me, come on. I like down there by the shower. Can't nobody see down that way. Come on down that way. And I always kept an eye out anyway, just in case somebody grew balls.
So the tension, so it was tension there.
Yeah.
It was tension.
It was definitely tension there.
And
I can't remember how I got kicked out of that unit. I think I did something to somebody and they kicked me out. I had to go back to my papers again because I know they kicked me out of that unit, transferred me. That's when I went to New Jersey. Then from New Jersey to Pennsylvania. Back to Sandstone, Minnesota. I think the most time I ever served was at Sandstone, Minnesota, because they kept transferring me one because nobody wanted to deal with me because I wouldn't bow down to kiss their ass, the guards or the inmates. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna serve my time. But you ain't gonna be pressing up on me talking about do this and do that. I ain't gotta do that. Why'd you go to the yard? For what? Don't go out there in that hot ass heat. I'm cool right here in the law library. Because most time I stayed in the law library. When I wasn't there, I was in the ceramic shop. I was making so much pieces and always sending them home to my sister, and she was out there selling them. Okay, we got a thing going on. I make them, you sell them. Then I found out, okay, we can sell weed in here. So I got mixed up in selling weed. I'm like, okay, any place you go to, they always gonna be something illegal that you can sell. especially when they made us start sending all our clothes, appliances, everything home, bean bags, cappuccino machine. I mean, they locked down the place and went to door with boxes. Okay, pack it up. You know you can't have all that shit. You can't have no more. They was breaking down because the guard was getting mad that we walk around with fur coats on, diamond rings and shit. You know, we was living a high style. Hey, they said we could get anything we want, as long as we ain't trying to get no tools to escape or weapons in. So yeah, I had my girl send me my mink coat up, my rings and shit, my sterling coat. Shit, I had all my shit. Then I was ordering cappuccino machine, popcorn machine, juice processors. I was getting all that shit in. They came around with the boxes, sliding in front of everybody's door. Told them, okay, we're gonna search your rooms when you finish. Put all the shit in the box. Give us the paper with the address. Most of us gave them Janet Reno.
That sounds familiar. Who was that?
That was the head of the fucking, what do you call it? Janet Reno was the top dog of the witness unit. She was a lawyer. You're going to look that one up because I forgot what the fuck she was too. But I know she was the attorney general. Something like that, because they didn't know until they started mailing the shit to her. Then she called her, what the fuck y'all sending me all this shit for? Then, and then they're like, that's when they thought, wait a minute, who is that? Y'all can't do that. Hey, you said send it to somebody that could probably hold it for us. We ain't got no more people no more because we in the witness unit. Our people don't even know where the fuck we at or if we alive or not. So send it to that bitch.
So it was like that. I didn't know it was like that. Like they didn't know where you were?
No. Nobody knew where we were. When you go into the witness unit, you don't use your name. They give you a different name. Sometimes they give you a different prison number. At that time, my prison number was 799631198. That's out of San Diego. I'm from Michigan. So in case somebody was looking for that Michigan number, they won't find me there.
Damn, that shit deep. That shit deep.